Yeehaw! Howdy y'all, welcome back to Tech Ranch.
Howdy, howdy.
Today Kevin and I are going to be talking about a book called Strengthsfinders. So this is one of the books that we're using in our classes. Our Employee to Entrepreneur class, every attendee gets a copy of this, and during the first week of class we run them through the Strengthsfinders program. So Kevin, tell us about Strengthsfinders.
So a lot of what we're trying to do here at the Tech Ranch is help the entrepreneur connect with their calling. That is, by finding their calling, they're building a stronger business. If your passions are engaged in what you're up to, it's just possible to build a much stronger business. It's not a guarantee by any means, but it's a much greater opportunity. Now, we found that a lot of the entrepreneurs don't know what their strengths are. The power of this book is it helps clarify for the entrepreneur what the core strengths. Tom Rath, the author of this book, has come up with a list of around 40 different strengths that he pulls from. You take a class online, or you take a test online, that then once you take it, it comes up with essentially 5 strengths out of the 40 that are the core strengths of that entrepreneur.
I think that one of the principles is historically people are taught to improve their weaknesses.
Right.
And the principle of this is forget your weaknesses, focus on your strengths.
Right.
If you can make your strengths stronger, if you can understand what they are and you can make them stronger, then you can complement your strengths with other people who have strengths, and you can build a team that can be a high-performing team.
Yeah, especially, I mean, it's like, if I know my following strengths, then I can build the organization around myself that I need to build. I think this has been historically, like Jonas is saying, the other direction where, oh, wait, you have this weakness, you really ought to work on that. Well, the hypothesis behind this book, as well as the way we employ it here at the Tech Ranch, is specifically to take it to, okay, let's figure out what you're really good at, and let's just enhance that and build a team around you for that. Exactly.
So let's talk about our strengths here, Kevin.
Yeah, so, well, on my side, my #1 strength is activator. I'm the kind of guy that walks around with, and instead of saying ready, aim, fire, I'm like fire, 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 fire. I like to take action on things. I don't even do fire, ready, aim. It's just fire, 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 fire. Activators, typically, that's what they do. They take action on things. Next strength is woo. That stands for winning others over. I'm a extrovert. If you see me in the middle of 1,000 people, part of what I love is I love people and connecting with people.
He loves you. He likes to hug people too.
My next strength is command. Command implies that, like, in the middle of an emergency situation, I'm a great guy to have around. Making things happen very quickly and stuff like that. Strength after that is ideation. Ideation, I'm the kind of guy that you want to have around to come up with a lot of ideas. Enjoy the brainstorming process. Typically can figure out, like, if there's a business problem, figure out the 10 possible ideas that might take us out of that. And then last, strategically, I think strategically in how to organize things, looking at the future, how to have a strategic outlook on a business's future.
So for me, we have some similarities. Actually, 3 of our 5 strengths are overlaps. Strategic is my #1 item. I've been accused of being the smartest guy in the room in the past. I think that's because I like to be pretty cerebral about ideas and try and figure out where markets are going, where technologies are going, and what the implications are to companies today and in the future. It's one of the my favorite things to do, and I think it shows in my strength level there.
Exactly.
Activator, as Kevin talked about, is one that really bothers my wife. They say activators can make decisions and execute on about 30% of the information that other people typically need 100% of the information or 70% of the information. And so in the activator sense, I think what we're really good at is saying, let's go that direction. Let's have Chinese for lunch, and then if we show up and Chinese is closed, we'll find somewhere else to go. Right? That's basically what an activator does. They execute and then they correct quickly and they try something else.
Yeah, the real power of that is not getting locked up in analysis. So
right.
it's a definitely very, very, very valuable thing to have.
Right. Ideation, I'm an idea geek as well. Love to whiteboard what's the next great thing. We have entrepreneur office hours here at Tech Ranch where entrepreneurs come in and sit down with us around the whiteboard, and we just usually riff on their ideas and see where we can take them. I think the ideation gene that we both have plays into that. Maximizer is a really interesting one for me. What Maximizer says is that I love to take good ideas and make them great, right? So I like to polish the turd, if you will. I think it might be the uncouth way of saying that. On the other hand, a maximizer is not very excited about taking a bad idea and making it better, right? So that actually has really taught me a lot of things about why I live my life the way I live it, the house that I live in. It's explained a lot of things to me that I really didn't consciously recognize before I took this test. And then the last one, futuristic. I'm definitely a futurism geek. My involvement in organizations like the Singularity Institute and Humanity Plus and all the Bay Area technology futurism stuff that I do definitely plays into that.
Now, part of the other thing to recognize about these strengths is, okay, so me knowing my own strengths is really powerful. I mean, because especially me knowing now that I was an activator. When I took this course, or when I took the test behind Strengthsfinders, and actually I did it in the previous version of the book, I realized I should be building an organization around myself that allows me to do this, ready, fire, fire, fire type of organization. But what's been really powerful for me in having my business partner take this as well is I now understand some of his strengths, and so I know when to play to his strengths. A good example, the example that Jonas was just giving about Maximizer, before I knew that was his strength, I didn't, there were sometimes I'd be brainstorming with him about stuff, and if it was a bad idea, he would be tuned out. Now that I know that that's one of his strengths, I make sure that the idea is polished before I hang it off to him. Also, this happens with our office hours. If it looks like there's a no float, no go idea, then I know to not even put it in front of them. Now the power of that is not only that I know more about myself because of my strengths, but also because I know my business partner's strengths. I can play to those strengths. We use that as well in helping form teams around different entrepreneurs here. The core entrepreneur learns his or her strengths, but then in putting together a team around them and trying to do it in an accelerated way, we're able to leverage off those strengths. It has been very valuable for not only the two of us, but also the last two groups of employed entrepreneur graduates and helping them form teams very quickly.
Great, so that's the story of Strengthsfinders. I buy them at Amazon online for about 13 bucks, or you can come take a class at Tech Ranch and get your copy for free. Till next week, we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, y'all.